You know, looking at this, you can look at a lot of things, but it's that 29 years of age compared to 38. Rabadanov coming up and looking for his opportunity. Bobby King saying, I've got one last chance. Can I get it done?
You couldn't ask for a better start to your Bellator career for Gadzhi Rabadanov. And for Bobby King, he's won 3 of his 4 Bellator MMA appearances. They touch up and now get ready to touch each other with a lot more bad intentions here as 2 fighters with momentum, 2 fighters looking to continue their winning ways, but a stylistic clash here tonight.
Absolutely. When you're looking at this, Rabadanov, like I said, great wrestling, but he will stand up, but he's taking a chance. The longer he stands with Bobby King, the more chance he's taking because he has the superior wrestling game. You might as well try to go to that, but use your hands to get there. Don't burn wasted energy.
Inside low kick by Rabadanov, double pumps the jab, trying to close the distance. King to a southpaw stance. Kick by Rabadanov.
And it's one of the funny things about, because Khabib Nurmagomedov was the guy that everyone saw first, they think every Dagestani fighter is just a wrestler. Well, a lot of these guys come with big time stand-up skills.
We just saw the wrestling from Rabadanov with the takedown, but Bobby King active on his back.
Nice job by Bobby King trying to change that position, unbalanced Rabadanov. Rabadanov having nothing of it. The big thing right now that you're seeing, Bobby King with his right hand has controlled the wrist of Rabadanov. That's what's holding him in there right now. He's looking towards that Kimura grip.
Right hand to the body by Rabadanov. King trying to find that Kimura grip or double wrist lock, and Rabadanov continuing to pepper the body with some strikes. And Rabadanov remains in the closed guard of Bobby King. Midway point of the first round.
230, 230.
As a referee, what are you looking at here, John, as one of the best ever do it? But honestly, as we see the position, and we've talked about this off air.
Sure. What you're looking at is you're telling the fighters in the back, if you're in the top position like you see Rabadanov, I expect you to try to drive this fight towards the finish. I'm not telling you how to fight. You want to go after ground and pound like Rabadanov is trying to do right now. That's great, but either look towards doing damage or look towards improving position. If you're on the bottom, you don't want to sit there with a closed guard like Bobby King. If you do that, I'm going to let him stay on top of you forever. I need you to open up and make him be the guy that's stalling the fight. Once he's stalling the fight, I will stand it up. But right now, in this position, more when you're looking, Bobby King is wasting time. He's got a guy that is good in the top position, and he doesn't want to make mistakes given, but being that you have energy and you're dry at this time, start to do things to get yourself out of this position. Closing your guard is only going to keep him there. Put feet on the hips, start to look for elevator sweeps. All of these things, hook sweeps, you can't sit there. The time is going by, and for the most part, if you're in this position and you're not able to hit him with a big shot or get the submissions, you're losing.
Rabadanov looks at you and says, easy for you to say straight against someone like me. Ranked number 9 and immediately taking the back of Bobby King, and Rabadanov looking to perhaps try to get a 6th submission, but working on his wrestling, and King, of course, making it difficult.
King doing a good job posting with that right arm. That's what's keeping him there right now. So Rabadanov really trying to drag him right back down. Bobby King showing a lot of strength, a lot of good balance.
Dogged determination by Rabadanov, and Bobby King, as you mentioned, John, doing a good job of keeping it on the feet, much to the delight of the Bobby King fan club here in Tacoma, Washington. And some great action to begin the very first Bellator MMA card in Washington State. There's the shot and the takedown by Rabadanov. And let's see if he can maximize it this time, because Bobby King has done a terrific job from the bottom. A more intense Dwayne Ludwig.
More colorful.
More colorful. He's known for dropping bombs inside the cage. Dropped a few of the F variety there, trying to motivate his fighter, Bobby King. And Gadzhi Rabadanov meet in the center of the cage. This is round 2. Lead right by King. And he's landed over the top with the right hand on Rabadanov. Rabadanov fires off a left. King needs to find the distance, gauge the distance.
King's going to have to be willing to eat one to land his own. So when you get into that, I'm trying to touch without being touched, which obviously is what he should be doing for the most part of the fight. But there comes a point where you're going to have to bite down and understand that, you know, I'm going to have to stand in here, and to land the shot I need to put him in a bad spot, I might have to eat one.
Of course, Patricky Pitbull was supposed to defend the lightweight championship in the main event tonight against #1 ranked Sidney Outlaw, forced to withdraw due to injury as King trying to stuff the takedown, but Rabadanov gets it and goes into side control.
Good thing that King was able to let go of that. He had his arm over for that guillotine, but it was going to get trapped in this position. Rabadanov, good shoulder pressure, just using his body weight to create a pressure to keep that back flat on the ground.
Bobby King has never been submitted. 3 minutes remaining in the second. Cross-side position there, and Rabadanov fighting for position and back. Has the option, of course, of delivering some knees from side control, but King remains very active and goes looking for the submission from the bottom. Well,
there was no submission.
Nope.
Yeah, no submission there. He ate a big elbow, which made it move, and you're seeing Rabadanov trying to change the position and slide his knee across. He got caught into that, so now he's in half guard, but still in a great position to do damage.
And that's what King was doing, trying to set up a position which could have potentially led to submission, but it's all Rabadanov in control, on top position, neutralizing, trying to neutralize King, trying to go to ground and pound hammer fist there. A couple of hammer fists by Rabadanov.
And seeing right now, when you're seeing King push, King's using a lot of muscle, a lot of energy, while Rabadanov is just pressing down with his weight. There's not a ton of energy lost by him. He's just letting King push against that weight.
And Rabadanov trying to go to full mount, but King shutting it down with the half guard.
He is, but now he's in a gift wrap.
And now it's a left hand to the body by Rabadanov, so he has the opening with that left hand. And he is slowly making his way to full mount, but
three-quarter guard is what we'll call it.
And now he does. Yeah. And King gives up his back. Again, King has never been submitted. Rabadanov has 5 submission wins.
And it's getting closer.
Including 2 rear naked chokes. Both of those his last 2 submission wins, so looking to make it another rear naked choke submission, but Bobby King, plenty of fight left in him, trying to defend.
Not a fight, but you can be choked out with one arm. You hear it all the time. People go, oh, you can't choke him with one arm. Yes, you can. Right now, he's holding on to that one arm.
Can you choke Bobby King with one arm? Is the question. And now back to 2. And King continues to defend, and Rabadanov forced to release.
Still a lot of time on that clock. 40 seconds left in the round.
And Rabadanov has his hooks in on the back mount, trying to flatten out King. Attacking the neck again with 30 seconds left in the round. And King reversing it. Well done by Bobby King.
Great job by Bobby King to just stay calm during a bad time.
And it is a third attempt from the bottom by Rabadanov. High drama here in the final seconds of the second.
Had it belly down, let go of it.
Fantastic round between Rabadanov and Bobby King. How do you have it going into the third and final round on your unofficial scorecard as the bell goes to begin the final frame?
Unofficial, I have Rabadanov up 20-18. I have him winning both rounds. Bobby King has the ability to end this with one shot.
And he just landed a right-left combination and then a right uppercut on the inside. But in terms of the statistics, Rabadanov landing at a 66% clip, 57 of 86 in total strikes. And for King, who just got rocked there by a shot from Rabadanov, he's 13 of 40, and he's messing with fire here right now.
Well, I think his coach Dwayne Ludwig knows you're down.
Yep.
You got to go out.
Literally now.
Yep. Now he's down again.
Yep. 3 of 5 in the takedown department for Rabadanov. And King has done a terrific job of defending, of being active on the bottom. And again, we saw that reversal in the second round. This is what you talk about, John. Bobby King doing anything but accepting his position.
Exactly. He's trying to do everything he can to scoot his hips. You saw him taking the risk, but eventually Rabadanov was able to step over, get to that half guard position.
So Rabadanov doing what he has to do methodically, systematically, and in the midst of the chaos of Bobby King's defense is taking those subtle movements to get into better position.
He keeps on advancing that position.
Rabadanov told us about his approach in terms of the wrestling. And again, when you come from his lineage, not to say they're carbon copies because they each have their own coat of paint on it, but it's an incredibly dominant and highly effective style. And how do you solve it? Because most of them are undefeated. And that's not hyperbole.
Well, then don't ask me how to solve it because no one else has been able to.
I mean, Rabadanov obviously comes in with 4 defeats, but I mean, at the level of the Magomedovs and Magomedovs.
You got to be honest, and you got to take a look at Nurmagomedov and what he did as a coach, first for his son, then for guys like Makhachev, and you're seeing the Rabadanovs and everybody, they all fight different.
Yeah.
And that says something about him as a coach, about what he didn't try to force them into a specific style. He took where their strength was at and just tried to make them better.
And Rabadanov not looking to force the situation here, has Bobby King utilizing all kinds of energy, trying to stay active while in the defensive mode with 2 minutes now left in this fight. And Rabadanov now half guard.
Close to passing into a full guard. Right now he's all the way to quarter guard, so.
And there it is.
There it is, yep. And he's got that gift wrap again on Bobby King's arm. King's able to get it free. But Rabadanov just on top, dominating the position, dominating the fight at this moment.
Dominating positionally and maybe going to try. He loves to work at close quarters, doesn't necessarily posture up and deliver the ground and pound, but just making King suffer here with this smothering attack and the occasional strike.
It is. King's able to get that foot back at least, so now he's back to a half guard. But it's the pressure of that shoulder that is smothering King's ability to breathe clearly.
King throwing shots from the bottom to the rib cage, but not that effective, and Rabadanov continues to control position, but again, stacking up. Bobby King looking for that arm.
King was able to get it back to a full guard. You're seeing Rabadanov push it over all the way to, he's in side control. You can take a look at the leg over, it doesn't matter, that's side control.
Well, with 30 seconds left in the fight, Bobby King has landed just 16 strikes, 48 attempts for Rabadanov, 87 of 121. He's 72%. They say anytime you're at 50% or greater, you're having a good night at the office. Well, Rabadanov is having a dominant night at the office in that regard. But the flexibility of Bobby King and the work, the determination, the guts, but Rabadanov utilizing his wrestling to get it done against Bobby King. And we'll go to the judges' scorecards. How do you have it after 15?
Oh, it's easy. This is Rabadanav's fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go now to your 3 cage-side judges. Anthony Manus, Mike Bell, Breanne Davis. All have it exactly the same at 30 to 27. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision, Gadzhi Rabadanov.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.